I am testing the mic. So make sure you tell me immediately if the mic's working. I'm coming to you straight and real serious. Because one, I got a lot of stuff to do today. However, there's a lot of bumbling and rumors and things going around. So I'm going to tell you this, and this is the truth about doing business. If you're looking to do business in Rwanda, you need to pay attention. I'm going to go through as much as I can because I'm not trying to have people set themselves up for failure when they get here, or you're working in assumptions that are not good for you. Okay. Very first and foremost, doing business in Rwanda is not like doing business in any other African country. Each of the countries are different. Each of the rules are different. One thing that Rwanda has prided itself on, prided is proud, prided is proud, proud, one of those words, about is that they have created a system in place for a lot of things, and those systems can be followed and thorough in order to make sure you're moving in the right direction. So when you're turning around and you're talking about business, hence and foremost, RDB, Rwanda Development Board, will answer any question that you have. They are very forthcoming and helpful. Now, registering your business, number one, is absolutely positively free. You can register your business. You do need to have a business plan, and you're going to be able to do that. You can register your business online. You can register your business once you get there. I've had friends who actually sat there, took their laptop, which I suggest, and go to RDB to register the business itself, because there's a couple of little line items that, if you're not already business savvy, will throw you off because you just don't know which direction to go. But it's 100% possible. Once you register your business, which is free, 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 you then are given like 3 days, maybe the longest is a week, before it's actually identified as a business. You know you're identified as a business because you'll keep your information on the portal, and you will have a TIN, tax identification number. That tax identification number is also your certificate number, it's your business number. Now, one of the things is you get time to make your business work. So when you register your business, number one, a lot of people want to come in and register immediately. I personally, personal information from J Essence is say get a survey of the land, because once you're registered, you just really need to prove that you have your certificate so you can start making business transactions and deals. You want to get a survey of the land. You want to know what you're trying to do and all that other stuff, because you're kind of on a countdown. Once you're registered, they give you, I believe, like 3 to 6 months, and I'll tell you why it's different for me in a second, to get your stuff together. They understand not all businesses might go through. They give you 3 to 6 months to get your stuff together. When I say get your stuff together, this is where we go into the next piece. If you're registering a business in Rwanda, the accounting system is serious. Your TIN is a tax ID tracking number. And everywhere you go, they're going to ask you for a TIN, because they are going to start tracking your expenses. And there is a specialized software program that you will get through RRA that will help you start tracking and doing your accounting. So I want to say this first, and I say it in love, that if you're going to come here and do business, this is not your paper and pen, mom and dad type of shop thing where you're going to gather all your receipts at the end. Is going to be stressful. You really need to come in with a strong accounting plan and being able to track that paperwork and do those things. You get emails as a business owner, you get information, you have certain expectations, and that's one reason why they give you this chance. I am so hot. Yeah, I'm the one wearing a sweatshirt in Africa. So hot, but they're giving you all this information. I tell you this because please don't come. Yeah, I'm going to have to be real on this one. Please do not come to Rwanda thinking you're just going to do a business and you're going to walk around and have a business. No, you're going to do a business. If you're going to turn around and register, they're expecting your taxes, you're expecting all that thing, because when you talk about, and this is the one, please do research, tell me if I'm wrong, I'm still trying to find information out, but the majority of taxes that is paid in Rwanda comes from the business sector. So you have to make sure your documents and everything's correct. We talk about income tax, and I'm still trying to figure out, because I've been here for a year, is there a personal income tax? I do know businesses pay taxes. And so you have to have a very strong, once again, accounting system so you're able to make sure you're doing those things correctly. Please do not take US minded principles on taxes and bring it here. You go to RRA, Rwanda Revenue Authority, and you need to ask them, and they will tell you. Because that's the process I am in my business. I'll tell you that in a second because I'll be transparent. And they will tell you everything that's expected, your filing dates, the software, they will put it on your computer. And there's been some talk, there's a couple of entrepreneur groups in Kigali, Rwanda. Like, should you could get a separate computer to put it on? Should you put it on your computer? It's whatever you kind of figure out to do. And but all of that stuff. So they will guide you through. We go back to the TIN number. Don't use the TIN number until you're getting a income. That is a hint I have heard from people, because once you start using the TIN number and you're buying things, it's showing that your business is in operation. Not that you're training and learning, but that your business is in operation. So for me, I sat on my TIN number for 2 months before, because that was when we were launching. And then when I started to make all of those changes, all of that stuff happened in a certain month. I started doing the accounting and all of those things. So when you're doing business, say this nicest way possible, it's not just about coming in. It's like, oh, I'm going to have a business. No, if you're going to have a business, you're going to be an entrepreneur. Period. You're going to be a full fledged entrepreneur. You need to be able to do accounting. You need to be able to check that. You need to know about salaries and how salaries work, because in salaries, I do believe like you're responsible for paying certain benefits. I forgot, it's right there. Like, am I going to go to RRA real quick? But you're responsible for paying certain benefits. Therefore, you need to make sure that you have all of that calculated in. Let me see, this RRA tax calculator. You want to make sure you have it all calculated in, because you want to make sure that you've budgeted out and make sure you've taken care of all of those things properly. So I wanted to say once again, um, that you, like I said, you want to make sure that you're taking care of. PAY, I'm going to give you a little bit of this. Where are we? Share. And there's something else. Rwanda is 90%, well, 90%, because not everybody's 100%. Let's get that right. Come on now. Like, I could be with Idris Elba and he's still going to have dirty draws sometimes, So let's not sit there and expect somebody to be 100%. But Rwanda is pretty much really well on writing things down. You just got to know where to find them. This is the PAYE calculator. Here, right here, is the Rwanda Revenue Authority. All of this information right here: value added tax, withholding taxes, ruling policies and laws, district revenues, motor vehicle services, all of these things, custom service, border post, forms, exporters, importers, the customs union, travelers, cargo management, URRA, rental income tax. All of these things are in the RRA. But RRA helps you configure gross pay. If I'm going to do, I'm going to forget the difference between gross and net, Lord help. So I forgot how to do this. Lord help. Let me just put in some numbers. But you can calculate all this, and this is really making me look crazy right now. What's my gross pay? What is PAYE? I might as well just Google that and find that out for you too. All right. Where is the other one? That was like really embarrassing. VAT calculator. It tells you exactly how to do VAT. Here's your information here. Zero rate sales, exports, all of this stuff right here. Like, let me be honest with you. Like I said, you're gonna be a real entrepreneur. Oh, this calculates the PAYE. Here, you have to go through all of this, and the reason why I'm telling you this now, and I'm going to be honest with you. Let me go to stop sharing screen. Um, I wanted to hold off on this video because while I'm going through it, I opted for an accountant, because for all the things that I was doing, I do not want to mess up with my um business and legal expectations when it comes to what's owed in Rwanda. And so for me and my business, I decided to go with an accountant and pass over receipts, meet monthly, check things over. and do all of those things because um, it's very serious. I mean, you just saw all of that stuff, and I have to now do it. So I didn't ever report on doing business in Rwanda because I'm still in the midst of learning. Now, like I said, there is a grace period, and a lot of people take that grace period and rate in this grace period. I am trying to get my books and everything's together now. Like honestly, we've been working, and it's not for me. I don't think I have to file this come around. It's going to be the next come around because when I incorporated my business, but I didn't care because I didn't want to turn around and be backed up. And that's one of those things where if you're doing so much stuff, that is going to catch you. And I'm telling you this because once again, I say it authentically. Please do not come to Rwanda half stepping. Please do not come to Rwanda half stepping. Rwanda is not a half stepping place. Rwanda is a full steppers ball. I don't know for those people who do Chicago life. When you get out on the dance floor to step, step side to side, round around, come back. Like you have to know what you're doing. You can't be on the sidelines watching. If you're going to watch on the sidelines in Rwanda, then do not have things underneath your name. Learn, talk to people. Rwanda also is a place where I have found wealth of information. I have not found anybody, me personally, whether a business person or anything, who was not willing to share information. It's been a very share place. It's a place where as soon as the entrepreneurs come back and start meeting and they were looking at it, I'm going because it is a place where information can be gathered and given. I have not seen people withhold information. I have seen people not research or go to places and knock on doors and ask to talk to managers and just sit down and have coffee and meet up. So it's not a place where information is withdrawn. Now, you can get into situations where people give you wrong information. So please, and this is if you're an old school teacher, check three before me. Check three before me. Go and get your information verified because people will work on their own perception and not necessarily the perception of, I don't want to say truth, the perception of what is. If you can find paperwork on it, find paperwork on it. Then call the agency that gives paperwork and ask them because there's a lot. And let's just be honest, there's a lot of rumors going on, especially with this land law, which I'm trying to clean up and do things. And we'll figure out. But call the people who make the decisions. And a lot of times, for people who say, I'll say this, for people who say, um, oh, it was rough or whatever else like that, Rwanda authentically, I would say majority of Rwandans work with the assumption that you knew. So sometimes when you give information, it's kind of like a short or but because a lot of things have always been the way they are and they're not used to new people trying to come in and learn. So there's been many a times when I've been in the middle of something and I've had to say, yo, wait a minute, I'm new here. I don't know. And as soon as I say that, the attitude shifts and changes because a lot of stuff, a lot of people have been doing this. So it's the same thing if somebody asked you, what's two plus two? And you'd be like, four. Then what's two plus two? Four. What's two plus two? Four. Two plus two? Four. Two plus two? Four. So this is where they are at. They're like, it's four. And then you coming in like, yo, I just made it to kindergarten. I don't even know what two is. And they be like, four. And then you be like, oh, they have an attitude. You be like, hey, can I know my twos? And they be like, oh, you don't know your twos. So then they go back and revert to, oh, this is what a two is. You see, there's a one. That's when you only have one of things. And then when there's another, that's a two. That is more so like the attitude that regards. It's just because things are done and it's diplomatic. It's follow the rules, especially RRA. Like everything's supposed to be written down. You go and knock and they will help you. They will tell you. They will guide you when it comes down to immigration or visa questions or anything. You can call immigration. They will tell you yes or no. There, I can tell you if you come in a concept where there's the bumps and the hiccups, because there are still some bumps and hiccups. It's life. Like I said, nobody's 90%. Pull Idris Elba in. I bet you he passes gas and it stank. Like nobody's 100%. Nothing is 100%. But you can turn around and be like, gas happens and different things like that. So don't blame an entire country for a few mishaps, whatever, here or there, especially if you haven't done the research. And now you technically have a video that at least is telling you do the research, figure it out, help. Ask questions. I love the fact that people come and ask questions. I will always tell you, I am not the sole guru. This is what I know. Please go talk to other people. But It is a very like they always say, it's the process. That's a lot of stuff they say. They say it's the process, it's the process. It's the process because the process was written down. Now, and process might be 24 steps, but there's something that's written down. There's something that's known. Find somebody who knows the process, somebody who specializes in that. Um, I don't know if there's anything else to be said. I have to go, but let's go back to the truth of doing business in Rwanda. It is, it is business. It is authentically. You're keeping books. You're doing these things. Um, you're keeping numbers. You need to know about the taxes. You need to know about the software. You need to be able to meet with. RDB actually has counselors. I've talked about this before, who just help you figure it out. That is their legitimate job. Is when you walk upstairs, it's a room, I think second floor on the left, and these are counselors who help investors figure things out. They have people that will go over your business plan and tell you what works, what doesn't work, which district needs it the most, all of those things. Even for agriculture, like I'm the bad girl right here. I hope Nellie's not watching, because I'm supposed to go to our district and talk to the agricultural people because they have clues. Like our agriculture district before COVID was giving out grants, was giving out government grants in order to start up irrigation systems, like, because they are helpful. Please, we need to kill some of these rumors that they're out to get us. No, we're just not going through the right systems. Now, there are people, forgive me for saying, that coming in with wrong intentions. And the same intentions that Rwanda is saying, please don't come in. Please don't come in and buy land and hold on to land and then resell it for a higher price. Please buy land to create jobs. Please buy land to put back into our economy. Please buy land to turn around and invest into our country. Literally is what's being said. Please don't look behind anything else. Please don't make anything behind the lines or anything. Like, literally look at the truth there. Then find the right people to be able to talk you through the truth. Like I said, I have to go. Hold on. Hello. Good morning. Yes, yes. Yes, I sent it. Yes, please check first. Okay. I can't say half the stuff I want to say, but cleaning up messes, cleaning up messes, cleaning up messes, cleaning up messes. Because a lot of people want to turn around and be like, oh, people are cheating and stuff. Please do not come with preconceived notions. Come and learn for yourself and see. And people don't realize how much the mental blockage is real. Like, karma's karma, baby. And sometimes you do wrong to people, and mm-mm, you got people here cleaning up messes. So that was a sidebar. Sorry, but uh, there it is. I gotta go. So going back to business, but that's true. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's go back. Like, let's go ahead and have Mama J come out and not Auntie J. Mama J is get your stuff together and represent. You're coming out here and you're looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Do not do that. Let's be honest. You're carrying a lot on your name. You're carrying us. I don't know a black person alive that does not know the pressures or entity of having to represent and carry a name, to carry your culture. When people look at you, they're looking at everything else. It doesn't change out here. It does not change out here. So take the time, do the research, and show yourself approved. Rwanda is not for everybody. I have said it. I have said it again. Rwanda is not for everybody. And if you're coming to Rwanda without doing research, I promise you already, you're bumping your head. You're bumping your head because Rwanda has things together. Research them so you know. I'm going to get slaughtered for this one. Yes. Where's my positive energy? JSS, you always keep it real. If I'm keeping it real, I'm going to keep it real to be real. Mm, 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 mm. But sometimes you don't want to hear the real. When it comes to business, please do not just come and say, I'm just going to create a business, la da da, I'm going to be okay, whatever, like that. No, if you're coming to create a business, you're coming to become an entrepreneur. That's it. You're coming to become an entrepreneur. That's what business is. You're going to be an entrepreneur. And you're going to do, this is me being, you're going to do everything right and by the book because we need you to, because there's too much at stake. Because if you want to attain your own dreams, why would you mess up your own dreams by setting up bad karma and bad precedences? Set up your dreams. Like I talk about that all the time. Come and find freedom. Yes, do it correctly. If you're going to turn around and be here in this country and love this country, then make sure you abide by its rules and laws and expectations. And if there's a problem or something you don't agree with, you can petition. You can turn around and meet people. Like I said, Rwanda is a welcoming place. And we have the right to get to the tables and wave to people and start making things and having those conversations. But if you're coming, please come correct. Please come correct. Please talk to people so you can do things correctly. There's too much at stake. There's too much that must be done. There's you. How can you know if you're really the person that you say or you dream to be if you turn around and you walking around, like I said, in bootleg drugs? Keep it real. Do what it needs to be done. I have other things to do. Much love. Thank you already. There's about 10 people who've signed up on the Retire in Rwanda package site. I will be getting back to you. There's a couple of things I need to run around and take care of. Banking. Let me be honest with you. It's business. It's learning all the ins and outs of business. It's learning which business accounts are better for you, making sure things stay separate, making sure accounting is taken care of, making sure your receipts are there. How do you deal with receipts? And there's no receipt machine. Like people are writing out receipts, my TIN number, all of these things. Like it's going to be work. It's going to be work. But you're going to be good at it. And you're going to find friends and you're going to get through and you're going to be able to understand. Because that's what a community does. We are going to support each other through it. Support, not suffocate. Support. All right, bye everybody. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons.